calibration results summary screen can be accessed using this shortcut button. Underneath the toolbar, the screen is divided into 7 panels. These are as follows. The regression data panel, which shows the calculated mean calibration values together with the corresponding standard deviation, SD, and relative standard deviation, RSD, for each of the calibration samples. The RSD is calculated as 100 times the standard deviation divided by the mean. The All Data panel displays the calibration type metric for each individual spectrum and its residual, i.e. the difference between this metric value and the value calculated using the calibration equation. Note that right-clicking on either the table of regression data or all data will allow the user to copy the contents of that table to the Windows clipboard or export it to Excel. The configuration panel displays a text summary of the configuration used to generate the calibration. This panel is updated automatically if the configuration is changed. Below the configuration panel is one into which the user can add comments to be saved with the calibration data. Note that right-clicking on either the configuration or the comments panel will copy the text from both panels to the Windows clipboard, so that it can then be copied into a document of the user's choosing. The calibration panel displays the calibration plot. This is essentially an enlarged view of the calibration preview displayed on the calibration generation screen, but also includes the calibration equation, calculated value of R squared, and estimates of the limit of detection, LOD, and limit of quantitation, LOQ, derived from the calibration data. Details of how these values are calculated are presented in the Libsoft Software User's Manual. 2 small icons are displayed in the top right-hand corner of the calibration panel. These allow the calibration plot to be either copied to the Windows clipboard or saved to a PNG image file. The user is given the option to either show or hide the calibration equation in the saved image and to set the colour of the frame and plot background. The All Points panel displays a plot of the values of the calibration metric calculated for each individual spectrum. This plot is useful for the visual identification of potential outlier data points. Libsoft includes a function for the identification and removal of outliers from the calibration data, and this is described in a separate video. The Residuals panel displays a plot of the residual values for each individual spectrum.